The problem is, Sarah Hormozi, Head of Science and Education at UK Pet Food, when they look up at you, they have the most beautiful, appealing, dark brown eyes, expressive eyes, and it's like, please give me some food, and you can all too easily relent, Sarah, is that right?
Yes, that's right. I mean, speaking from my own personal experience, my dog had to go on a diet after being neutered, and yeah, I exactly know the feeling of wanting to treat them more or give them a little bit more food. But it's important to remember that if we keep their body condition in the right size, it will help them live longer and live happier, healthier lives.
What about the food itself? Are we giving the right stuff, Sarah?
Yes, the most important factor in choosing pet food is that the food is complete and balanced. So when a food is complete, it's calculated to have all the correct nutrients in the right amounts and proportions and the right amount of calorie in it. But the feeding guideline and following the feeding guidelines is critical. So there are feeding guidelines on the packages, but it's just a starting point. So as a pet owner, we need to follow the feeding guideline, but we need to also monitor the body condition of our pets and see if they are not putting on weight. If they're putting weight, then we need to adjust the food amount. Also treats, keeping treats in mind, because not just for rabbits, but for cats and dogs as well, treats can play a critical role in adding those extra calories. Rabbits, other pets can have the issue of putting on weight because there are so many factors that are contributing to that. A more sedentary lifestyle that people have, lack of exercise, also the normalization of the image of an overweight pet, because sometimes we see the image, because we see the overweight pets everywhere, we think that, okay, that's the normal size, but we actually have these body condition score charts, which we call them pet sizeometers, that will help pet owners see what the right image should look like for ideal body condition.
Interesting point for Sarah there, the normalization of what it looks like. So people think, oh, that's how they should be. What about that kibble stuff that dogs get? It doesn't look great, Sarah. Is it okay?
Well, millions of dogs and cats have been fed kibbles for decades, and they've been living and thriving on them. But of course, there are so many other types of diets. There are commercially prepared complete raw pet food. There are other types of pet food made with so-called fresh ingredients, or there are frozen ones. There are so many different types, and there is one thing to remember is that there is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to pet food. We hear a lot of anecdotal information, not just from pet owners, but also from some veterinary professionals as well, that a certain diet works best. But these come from a good place, and of course people are having good experience with certain diets, and they think that's perfect for their pet or for their clients. But there are other types of diets that are working perfectly fine for many other pets.
Join us on this 08085 909 693 on the phones 850.